ladies and gentlemen. There are moments in life when everything seems to be against us, when we feel like the world is crushing us under the weight of its expectations, when our dreams feel too far out of reach, and when we question whether we're strong enough to keep going. In those moments when we face setbacks, struggles, or obstacles that seem insurmountable, the temptation is powerful. It whispers in your ear, telling you to quit, telling you to quit, telling you that enough is enough, that this is where the journey ends. But I'm here to tell you that it's precisely in those moments when you feel like giving up the most that you are closer than ever to something greater. You are closer than you think to the breakthrough, to the transformation, to the success you've been working for. And the key to reaching that next level, to achieving everything you've ever wanted, is simple. Never give up. The truth is, life is a constant ebb and flow of highs and lows, successes and failures, triumphs and defeats. No one is immune to this. The path to success is not a straight line. It's filled with curves, detours, and unexpected obstacles. But those who succeed, those who rise to the top, are not the ones who avoid failure or give up when things get tough. The true winners, the true champions, are those who understand that failure is simply a stepping stone to success. They know that every setback, every challenge, and every obstacle they face is a part of the journey. It's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. And when you refuse to give up, when you decide that no matter what comes your way, you will keep moving forward, you are tapping into one of the most powerful forces in the universe, perseverance. You see, it's not the circumstances that determine your success, it's your mindset, your attitude, and your willingness to keep going, no matter how difficult the road may be. There are countless examples of people who have faced incredible hardships, setbacks, and failures, yet they refuse to quit. They understood that success is not about avoiding difficulty, but about learning to push through it. It's about having the courage to continue, even when everything inside you is telling you to stop. It's about having the strength to keep going when you feel like you can't take another step. Think about Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before he successfully invented the light bulb. Every time his experiments failed, he didn't see it as defeat, he saw it as one step closer to success. When asked about his repeated failures, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. This is the mindset of a winner, a person who understands that every setback is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to move closer to their goal." Edison didn't give up, he kept going. And because he did, we now live in a world illuminated by the light bulb. Or consider Michael Jordan, often regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time. Yet, he was cut from his high school basketball team. His coaches didn't think he had what it took to succeed. But did he let that define him? Did he give up on his dream of becoming the best basketball player in the world? No. Instead, he used it as fuel to work harder, to push beyond his limits, and to prove the world wrong. Jordan was cut from his team, but he became the player everyone remembers as the symbol of excellence in basketball. He did not give up. He pressed on. And that persistence paid off in ways that are still inspiring to this day. And let's not forget the countless entrepreneurs and innovators who have faced rejection and failure over and over again. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, was rejected by 12 publishers before finally finding one that believed in her story. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job. These people didn't let rejection stop them. They didn't let their setbacks define them. Instead, they chose to believe in their vision, in their dream, and they refused to give up. They kept going one step at a time until they turned their dreams into reality. The key here is persistence. It's the ability to keep moving forward no matter how hard it gets. It's about understanding that setbacks are not failures, they are lessons. Every time you face a challenge, you are given an opportunity to grow. Every time you face a setback, you are given the chance to learn something new, to improve, and to become stronger. The people who succeed are not the ones who never face adversity. They are the ones who keep going, no matter how many obstacles get in their way. I know that it's easy to get discouraged. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when we least expect it. You might have a dream, a vision, a goal, and yet no matter how hard you work, it feels like things just aren't coming together. You might feel like you're stuck in a rut, that the world is moving forward while you remain in the same place. The truth is, progress is not always linear. There will be moments when you feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But let me tell you this, those setbacks, those moments when it feels like nothing is happening, are often when the most significant growth is taking place. It's in the moments of struggle that we develop the strength, the resilience, and the perseverance that will carry us to success. There is power in the struggle. It is through the struggle that we are shaped, that we are molded into the people we are meant to become. Without struggle, we would never know how strong we truly are. Without adversity, we would never know what we are capable of. Every challenge you face, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity to rise above it. And when you refuse to give up, when you choose to keep going, you are building the foundation for your future success. But let's be real for a moment. There will be times when you feel like giving up. There will be moments when you question whether it's all worth it. There will be times when you are tempted to walk away, to say, I've had enough. That is the moment when your true character is revealed. When you are at your lowest, when it feels like there is no way out, that is when your strength is tested. That is when you have the chance to make a choice. Will you give up, or will you push forward? Will you let the setback define you, or will you let it be the fuel that propels you toward your dream? It's easy to give up when the road is tough. It's easy to throw in the towel when it feels like you've given it your all and it still isn't enough. But I'm here to tell you that you are capable of so much more than you think. Your potential is limitless. Your capacity to overcome obstacles is vast. And if you keep going, if you refuse to give up, you will find that the path you thought was impossible becomes the path to your greatest achievement. There are going to be moments in life when everything seems to be falling apart. There will be times when you feel lost, confused, or unsure of yourself. But those are the moments when you have the opportunity to grow the most. Those are the moments that shape your character, that refine your skills, and that prepare you for the success that is waiting for you. And let me tell you this, there is no greater feeling than the feeling of overcoming adversity, of rising from the ashes, of proving to yourself that you can handle anything life throws at you. Never give up, not because the journey will always be easy, but because you are stronger than you think. Not because the road will always be smooth, but because every bump, every detour, and every setback is part of the process. You are becoming more than you were yesterday. You are learning, growing, and evolving with every step you take. And even when it feels like you're stuck, even when it feels like you're not making progress, remember that success is just around the corner. It's when you feel like quitting the most that you are often the closest to the breakthrough you've been waiting for. So when life knocks you down, don't stay down, get back up, keep moving forward, embrace the challenges, embrace the struggle, embrace the pain. Because on the other side of that pain is your transformation, your success, and the life you've always dreamed of. Never give up. Keep going. Because your best days are ahead of you. The world is waiting for you to rise, and when you do, you'll be unstoppable. Perseverance is the key to success. The speech emphasizes that true success comes not from avoiding failure or setbacks, but from the ability to keep moving forward, even when things seem tough. Perseverance is the critical factor that separates those who succeed from those who give up. Failure is a stepping stone to growth that highlights the idea that failure is not something to fear or avoid, but an essential part of the journey. Every setback offers a lesson, an opportunity to learn, improve, and get one step closer to success. Strength through adversity, the speech underscores that hardship and struggle are not just obstacles, but transformative experiences. Adversity builds resilience, strengthens character, and pushes individuals to tap into their true potential, ultimately leading to greater achievements. Mindset determines outcomes. A key message is that our mindset, attitudes, and beliefs shape our ability to succeed. When we choose to persist despite challenges, we strengthen our resolve and align ourselves with success rather than being defeated by difficulties. Embrace the journey. The speech conveys that the path to success is not always linear, but the struggles along the way are what build us into stronger, wiser individuals. Embracing the journey, both the highs and the lows, leads to personal growth and achievement, making perseverance crucial to reaching your goals. Perseverance is a powerful force that fuels the journey to success. It's easy to believe that success is only for the lucky or the gifted, for those who have some innate talent or privilege that others don't. But the reality is that success is available to anyone willing to endure the challenges, overcome the obstacles, and continue pushing forward despite the setbacks. It's not always about how much you know or how much talent you have. It's about how much you're willing to fight for what you want, how much you're willing to continue when the road gets rough, and how determined you are to keep going even when it feels like you've hit a dead end. Success in its truest form is earned through perseverance. Think about all the great achievers in history, the ones who inspire us with their stories of triumph. If you look closely at their journeys, you'll see that they were not always the best or the smartest, but they were the ones who never gave up. They faced adversity, encountered failure, and were knocked down more times than they could count. But each time they fell, they got back up. Each time the world told them no, they found a way to say yes. That's the essence of perseverance, the refusal to quit, even when the odds seem insurmountable, and the courage to keep moving forward in the face of uncertainty. When you are committed to perseverance, you embrace the idea that failure is not the end. Too often people stop trying after they face failure because they associate it with defeat. But the truth is, failure is not an endpoint, it's a learning opportunity, a chance to recalibrate and come back stronger. Those who persist through failure are the ones who learn from their mistakes, refine their strategies, and adapt their approach. Every failure, every setback, every obstacle you encounter along the way is not an indication that you should quit, but an opportunity to grow. With perseverance, failure becomes a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. The path to success is rarely straight, and it's rarely easy. If it were, everyone would be successful. But what separates the successful from those who give up is the willingness to persist when things aren't going as planned. In fact, the more difficult the journey, the more rewarding the destination. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to develop resilience, to strengthen your mental fortitude, and to build the grit necessary to reach your goals. It's not the challenges themselves that define your success, but how you respond to them. If you choose to persist, to keep moving forward despite the obstacles, you are already on the path to success. When you cultivate perseverance, you're not just committing to the journey of success, you're committing to the person you will become in the process. Success is as much about personal growth as it is about achievement. The struggles, the setbacks, and the hardships you face along the way are not just obstacles to your goals, they are the very experiences that shape your character, that mold you into the person capable of achieving what you want. Every time you push through adversity, you become stronger, more confident, and more equipped to handle whatever challenges the future throws at you. One of the most important aspects of perseverance is the ability to stay focused on your vision. When the going gets tough, it's easy to lose sight of why you started in the first place. But keeping your vision at the forefront of your mind gives you the strength to keep going when it feels like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. This vision acts as your North Star, guiding you through the darkness and keeping you aligned with your goals. It's what keeps you moving forward when your energy is depleted, when you're tired, or when you feel like you've reached your limit. By focusing on your end goal, you're able to endure the temporary discomfort and push through the pain, knowing that it's all part of the process that will eventually lead you to where you want to be. In order to persevere, you must also learn how to embrace discomfort. We live in a world that prioritizes comfort and ease, but growth doesn't happen in comfortable spaces. Success isn't found in the zone of familiarity, but in the zone of discomfort. It's when you challenge yourself, when you step outside your comfort zone, that you begin to unlock your true potential. It's easy to stay where it's safe, to avoid challenges and risks, but nothing extraordinary ever came from staying in your comfort zone. Success demands that you push past your limits, that you do things that scare you, that you try again after you fail, give up at the first sign of difficulty. But when you have confidence in your abilities, when you know that you have the power to overcome challenges and achieve your goals, you develop the resilience needed to keep going. You begin to see obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as temporary roadblocks that can be overcome with determination and effort. Another crucial element of perseverance is consistency. It's not about doing everything perfectly or achieving everything in one giant leap. Success comes through small, consistent actions taken over time. It's the daily habits, the routines, and the steady progress that lead to big results. When you persevere, you commit to doing the work day in and day out, even when it doesn't feel like you're making progress. You trust the process, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is taking you closer to your goal. Consistency in the face of adversity is what sets those who succeed apart from those who give up. It's about continuing to show up, continuing to put in the effort, even when the results aren't immediate. In those moments when you feel like giving up, when the path seems too difficult to navigate, remember that perseverance is what will get you through. It's the fuel that will keep you going when your energy is drained, the strength that will carry you through the hardest times. Success doesn't come from giving up when things get tough, it comes from pushing through, from learning, from adapting, and from continuing to take action. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. And with each step, you are one step closer to realizing your dreams. Remember, the road to success is not for the faint of heart. It requires grit, determination, and the courage to keep going when everything within you wants to quit. But if you have the willingness to persevere, if you commit to the journey and refuse to give up, you will find that success is not a distant dream, but an inevitable outcome. It is through perseverance that you will discover your true potential, achieve your goals, and become the person you were meant to be. Failure is often viewed as something to be feared, avoided, or even dreaded. It's a concept many people try to sidestep or deny, believing that a life free from failure is a sign of success or security. But the truth is, failure is not something to be feared. It's an essential component of growth and success. It is in the face of failure that we are given the opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to evolve. Rather than being the end of the road, failure is merely a stepping stone on the path to something greater. It's a catalyst for self-discovery, improvement, and ultimately achievement. We all experience failure in different forms. Some of us face professional setbacks, others endure personal struggles, and many of us encounter both. The idea that failure is negative or destructive is ingrained in our culture, but it is important to shift this perspective. In fact, the most successful people in history are not those who avoided failure, but those who embraced it, learned from it, and used it to fuel their progress. In many ways, failure is the teacher we never asked for, but need in order to reach our highest potential. The first thing to understand is that failure is inevitable. It's not a matter of if you fail, but when you fail. It's part of the human experience. If you haven't failed yet, it's a sign that you might not be pushing yourself hard enough. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone, and taking risks is a fundamental part of achieving anything worthwhile. If you're playing it safe all the time, you're not expanding your limits. You're not stretching yourself to achieve something more significant. It's when you venture out of that comfort zone, when you set ambitious goals, and when you try to reach for something bigger than you've achieved before, that you open yourself up to the possibility of failure. And that's a good thing. Failure, in its essence, provides feedback. It shows us where we need to adjust, where we need to improve, and what we need to learn. Without failure, we wouldn't know where our weaknesses lie, and without that knowledge, we would never be able to address them. Think about the most successful people, whether in business, sports, or any other field. They didn't succeed because they were perfect. They succeeded because they failed, they learned from their mistakes, and they adapted. Every failure is an opportunity to reassess, to refine your approach, and to move closer to your goal. The feedback failure provides is invaluable in shaping your path to success. Consider Thomas Edison, the inventor of the electric light bulb. Edison famously failed thousands of times before achieving success. When he was asked about these failures, he responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison understood that failure was not something to be discouraged by. It was a necessary part of the process. Each failure brought him closer to discovering the solution. If he had given up after his first or even 1,000th failure, we would not have the incandescent light bulb, and the world would be a very different place. His ability to embrace failure and learn from it turned what many people would have considered defeat into a stepping stone toward one of the most impactful inventions in human history. Another example is the story of J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter series. Before becoming one of the most successful authors in the world, Rowling faced multiple failures and rejections. In fact, her manuscript for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was rejected by 12 publishers before it was finally accepted. In her case, failure wasn't just a temporary setback, it was a long and painful process of rejection. But instead of allowing those failures to break her spirit, she persisted. She believed in her story and in herself, and she didn't give up. Had she let those failures define her, the world would have never known the magic of Hogwarts or the characters who touched the lives of millions. Her success came because she used failure as a stepping stone rather than as a roadblock. She learned from each rejection and used that experience to refine her craft and ultimately succeed. Failure, in many ways, serves as a teacher. It teaches us resilience, determination, and the importance of learning from our mistakes. Without failure, we would never develop these essential qualities. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after failure, to get back up after being knocked down, and to continue moving forward with even greater determination. Failure provides us with the chance to develop this resilience. If everything always went according to plan, we would never have the opportunity to learn how to face challenges, how to overcome adversity, or how to persist in the face of difficulty. The second lesson failure teaches us is the importance of self-reflection. After experiencing failure, it's essential to take a step back and analyze what went wrong. This process of reflection helps us identify what we can do differently next time. It's not about blaming ourselves or wallowing in self-pity, but about learning from our mistakes and ensuring that we are better prepared for future challenges. In essence, failure provides us with the opportunity to grow and evolve in ways we could not have if everything had gone according to plan. Another important thing to understand about failure is that it's not final. Failure does not define you, and it is not a permanent condition. Just because you fail once, twice, or even 10 times doesn't mean you are a failure. It simply means you have encountered a setback, and setbacks are part of the journey. Every successful person has encountered failure, but what sets them apart is their ability to keep moving forward. They do not allow failure to stop them, and they do not allow it to determine their future. They learn from failure and use it as fuel to propel them toward their ultimate goal. If anything, failure strengthens their resolve to keep going. They understand that the road to success is not linear, and the journey is filled with obstacles, but they also know that if they keep going, if they keep learning from each failure, they will eventually succeed. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about how you respond to failure. It's about your attitude and your mindset when things go wrong. You can choose to view failure as the end of the road, or you can choose to view it as a learning opportunity, a chance to become better, stronger, and more capable. The way you choose to respond to failure ultimately determines your success. If you see failure as a setback and choose to learn from it, you will find that you are able to grow and improve in ways you never imagined. We must also recognize that failure often leads to personal growth and self-discovery. It forces us to confront our fears, doubts, and insecurities. When things go wrong, it's easy to want to hide, to run away, or to blame others. But failure offers a mirror to our souls, reflecting our weaknesses and showing us where we need to improve. It forces us to face our vulnerabilities and helps us discover our true potential. Through failure, we often learn things about ourselves that we never would have known otherwise. Failure also teaches us the value of persistence. Persistence is the quality that allows us to continue even when things get tough, and it's one of the most important traits for success. When you face failure, persistence is what keeps you going. It's the ability to keep trying even when the results aren't immediate. It's the understanding that success doesn't happen overnight and that the road to achievement is filled with obstacles. But if you persist, if you keep working, and if you keep learning from your mistakes, you will eventually reach your goal. The most successful people are those who refuse to quit, who continue to push through even when they face multiple failures along the way. So next time you face failure, don't be discouraged. Don't let it define you or stop you in your tracks. Embrace it as a part of the journey, a necessary step on the path to success. Learn from it, grow from it, and let it fuel your determination to keep moving forward. Failure is not a roadblock, it's a stepping stone. And with every failure, you are one step closer to achieving your dreams. Keep going, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. Because in the end, failure isn't the end. Failure isn't the end of the road. It's the beginning of something better. Life is full of challenges. It's an undeniable fact that each of us will encounter obstacles, face hardships, and endure moments of struggle. There is no way to avoid these difficult times. The key is not whether or not we face adversity, but how we respond to it. Many people allow the tough times to define them, to limit them, or to break them. But others discover an entirely different truth that adversity, when faced with the right mindset, can be the very thing that forges strength, resilience, and greatness. In the most trying times, we can uncover our deepest strengths and unlock potential we never knew we had. The real question is not, why is this happening to me, but rather, what can I learn from this? And how can I use this to become stronger? Because the truth is, it's often through adversity that we truly grow. Strength through adversity doesn't come from avoiding difficulty or seeking comfort. It comes from facing those challenges head on, from embracing the discomfort, and from pushing forward even when everything inside you tells you to give up. It's about understanding that every hardship carries with it an opportunity for growth, for personal evolution, and for empowerment. The path to success, to fulfillment, and to personal greatness is rarely straight or easy. It is riddled with difficulties, with moments that test your limits, with challenges that seem insurmountable. But it is in these moments that your true strength is revealed. When we face adversity, we often feel overwhelmed by the weight of the situation. We may question our ability to handle it, to make it through, or to rise above the pain, the frustration, the fear. It all feels like too much. But there is a power that emerges when we refuse to surrender, when we stand tall in the face of our challenges. This power isn't something that is given to us. It's something that we must tap into, something that comes from within. We are capable of more than we often realize. Strength is not something that we are born with. It's something we develop, often through our struggles and the lessons we learn from them. It's important to understand that adversity doesn't define us. Our reactions to it do. Two people can go through the same difficult situation, but one can come out stronger, while the other can be broken. The difference lies in perspective and mindset, and in the decision to either let the situation control you or to take control of how you respond. Life will always bring challenges our way. It's inevitable. But it's how we respond to them that makes all the difference. In the midst of adversity, we often feel alone. We may think that we are the only ones going through such hardship, that no one else can understand the weight we are carrying. But in reality, every single person faces challenges. They may look different from our own, but they are no less significant. We must learn to stop comparing our struggles to others and focus on how we can rise above them. It's easy to look at someone who seems to have it all together and think that their life is easier, that they have it better. But the truth is, every person, no matter how successful or put together they seem, has faced adversity. It's how they have chosen to respond to it that has shaped who they are today. When we learn to face adversity with strength and resilience, we not only overcome the immediate challenges, but we also equip ourselves with the tools and mindset necessary to handle future obstacles. Each difficulty we encounter teaches us something valuable. It may not always feel like it in the moment, but every challenge carries a lesson, a key to unlocking our potential. And each time we face adversity, we become more capable of handling whatever comes our way. The more we practice resilience, the easier it becomes to bounce back when life knocks us down. Adversity is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. When we face difficult times, we must remember that we have the power to choose how we respond. We can choose to see the challenge as an insurmountable obstacle or as an opportunity for growth. We can choose to let it define us or to use it as a stepping stone to become better, stronger, and more resilient. It's not the challenge itself that determines our strength, but how we approach it and how we choose to navigate it. Take a moment to think about the people you admire most in life. Chances are those people have faced their own share of adversity. They have encountered hardships, faced setbacks, and experienced pain, but they didn't let those things break them. Instead, they used their struggles to fuel their growth. They understood that strength comes not from avoiding difficulty, but from learning to rise above it. Their resilience, determination, and grit are what make them the successful, accomplished individuals they are today. They have learned that strength is not about avoiding challenges, but about facing them with courage and perseverance. Resilience, in particular, is one of the most important qualities we can develop when facing adversity. It is the ability to bounce back from hardship, to recover and adapt in the face of setbacks. Life is not about avoiding pain or difficulty. It's about developing the tools to bounce back stronger each time we face challenges. The more resilient we become, the more capable we are of handling anything life throws our way. Resilience doesn't mean we won't feel pain, frustration, or disappointment. It simply means that we don't let those emotions stop us from moving forward. We feel them, we learn from them, and we use them as fuel to keep going. But resilience alone isn't enough. We must also cultivate a sense of purpose and a clear vision. Without a sense of purpose, adversity can seem meaningless. It can feel like there is no point to the struggle, no reason for the pain. But when we have a clear vision of where we want to go and why it matters, adversity becomes something we can push through. Purpose gives us the strength to endure difficult times, knowing that our struggles are leading us towards something greater. With purpose, adversity becomes not an obstacle, but a necessary part of the journey. The journey of life is one that is filled with uncertainty, challenges, victories, and moments of doubt. Every step we take, every decision we make contributes to the unfolding of our story. And while the destination is often what drives us, it is the journey itself that shapes us, defines us, and transforms us into the person we are meant to be. Life is not just about reaching the finish line, it's about how we walk the path to get there. The journey, with all of its twists and turns, is where we learn, grow, and evolve into the best version of ourselves. Many times we get so focused on the end goal that we forget to appreciate the present moment. We set our sights on what's next, on the future, believing that happiness and fulfillment will come once we achieve a certain milestone. We think, once I get that job, reach that income level, find that perfect relationship, then I will be happy, but in doing so, we miss out on the richness of the experience we are currently living. The journey isn't just a means to an end, it is the very essence of life itself. It is the challenges, the triumphs, the failures, and the lessons that come with each day that make the journey meaningful. Embracing the journey means accepting the reality that life is filled with ups and downs. It's easy to appreciate the good moments, those times when everything seems to fall into place and we feel like we're on top of the world. But what about the times when things go wrong? When we face setbacks, challenges, or moments of hardship? It is in these moments that we are presented with a unique opportunity, the opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. Every obstacle, every failure, every difficult moment is an integral part of our journey. It's not something to be avoided or feared, it's something to be embraced. We often spend too much time wishing for things to be easier or for the struggles to go away. But what if we saw those challenges as opportunities? What if instead of resisting adversity, we embraced it as an essential part of our growth? The truth is, it's through the struggles, the hard work, and the perseverance that we gain the most valuable lessons. We learn about ourselves, about what we're capable of, and about the strength that resides within us. It's in the difficult moments that we discover our true character. Embracing the journey means not only accepting the good times, but also embracing the tough times as stepping stones to our ultimate transformation. It's important to realize that the journey is not just about achieving something, it's about becoming someone. Each challenge we face, each lesson we learn shapes us into a more capable, resilient, and evolved version of ourselves. The person you are at the end of your journey will not be the same person you are at the beginning. The growth you experience along the way is what truly matters. And often the things we learn during our journey have a far greater impact on our lives than the actual destination. It's not the achievement itself that brings lasting fulfillment, it's the transformation that occurs along the way. One of the most beautiful aspects of embracing the journey is the realization that it is uniquely your own. Everyone's path is different, and each person will experience their own set of challenges and triumphs. We all have our own timelines, our own lessons to learn, and our own purpose to fulfill. The journey you are on is yours and yours and yours alone. It's easy to look at others and compare ourselves, wondering why they seem to have it all together or why their journey seems to be progressing faster. But comparison is a trap. Your journey is not their journey, and their journey is not yours. Embrace the fact that your path is unique and trust that the experiences and lessons you are encountering are exactly what you need to become the person you are meant to be. Embracing the journey also means being patient with yourself. It's easy to get frustrated when things aren't moving as quickly as we want or when we encounter setbacks that make us question our progress. But growth takes time. Transformation is a process, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's about showing up every day, putting in the effort, and trusting that progress is being made, even if it's not immediately visible. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a step toward your goals. Don't rush the process, embrace it. Allow yourself to be present in the moment and enjoy the journey for what it is, rather than focusing solely on the end result. Another important aspect of embracing the journey is the ability to stay open to change and new possibilities. Life has a way of surprising us, and sometimes the path we thought we were meant to take isn't the one that ultimately serves us best. It's important to remain flexible and open to new opportunities, even if they don't align with our original plan. Often the most meaningful parts of our journey come from unexpected detours and unplanned experiences. These moments challenge us to grow in ways we never anticipated and to discover new strengths within ourselves. Embracing the journey means being willing to let go of rigid expectations and being open to the endless possibilities that life has to offer. It's also essential to remember that the journey is not a solitary one. We all walk our own path, but we are never truly alone. Along the way, we meet others who are on their own journeys, and these people can have a profound impact on our lives. The connections we make, the relationships we build, and the support we offer one another are all part of the journey. Sometimes the people we encounter along the way are the very ones who help us grow, challenge us to become better, and provide the encouragement we need when we feel like giving up. Embrace the relationships that come your way and recognize that we are all interconnected in this journey of life. As you move through your journey, it's important to take time to reflect on how far you've come. We can often get caught up in the next goal, the next milestone, and forget to acknowledge the progress we've made. Reflecting on your journey helps you appreciate the lessons learned and the growth you've experienced. It reminds you of your resilience, your strength, and your ability to overcome obstacles. By pausing to look back, you can see how far you've come and gain the perspective needed to continue moving forward with renewed energy and determination. One of the most transformative aspects of embracing the journey is the realization that every experience, whether positive or negative, contributes to your growth. The difficult moments are as important as the joyful ones, the failures as significant as the successes. The key is to view each experience as part of the process rather than something to be avoided or feared. When we stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks and start seeing them as opportunities to learn and evolve, we unlock the true power of the journey. It's not about avoiding pain or difficulty, but about recognizing that both are essential elements of personal growth. Life is a journey, and every moment, every step, every decision contributes to the person you are becoming. Embrace it all, the highs, the lows, the victories, and the struggles. Each part of the journey has something valuable to offer. Embrace the unknown, trust the process, and be present in each moment. Remember that the journey is not a race. It's not about getting to the finish line as quickly as possible. It's about how you walk each step along the way. The journey is where the magic happens, where the growth occurs, and where the person you are meant to become emerges. Embrace the journey because it is the journey that defines you. Embracing the journey of life is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. It's an acknowledgement that life is not a series of destinations or endpoints, but rather a continuous path that unfolds before us every single day. This journey is not always smooth, nor is it always easy, but it is filled with lessons, opportunities, growth, and transformation. If you can learn to embrace the journey, you unlock a profound understanding of life that will not only help you navigate challenges, but also allow you to find joy and purpose in every moment, no matter how small. There is a tendency in our world today to focus on the end result, the destination. We often set our sights on specific goals, thinking that happiness and fulfillment are found once we achieve them. We imagine that once we reach that milestone, attain that career, or build that perfect life, everything will fall into place and we will be content. However, this perspective is limiting. It blinds us to the richness of the journey itself. Life is not meant to be lived solely in pursuit of some future goal. It is meant to be experienced moment by moment. The journey is where the real magic happens. It's where we discover who we are, what we're capable of, and where we uncover our true passions, desires, and purpose. In the pursuit of our dreams, we must understand that the road to success is rarely linear. It's not a simple, straight path where everything unfolds just as we expect it. The reality is that life will often throw obstacles our way. There will be times when things don't go according to plan, when we face setbacks, and when we wonder whether it's all worth it. But it's precisely in those moments of difficulty that the true essence of the journey reveals itself. These challenges are not roadblocks, they are invitations to grow. They are opportunities for us to stretch beyond our comfort zones, to face our fears, and to build resilience. Each obstacle is a chance to refine our character, to develop patience, and to prove to ourselves that we are capable of much more than we ever imagined. It is through adversity that we often experience our most significant growth. When things are easy, we may not feel the need to push ourselves. But when life challenges us, we are forced to dig deep within ourselves and find the strength to keep going. This is the beauty of the journey. Each challenge is an opportunity to become stronger, more capable, and more resourceful. As we navigate the ups and downs, we begin to realize that the obstacles we face are not there to stop us, they are there to teach us. When we embrace the journey, we embrace the lessons that come with it, both the highs and the lows. One of the most powerful aspects of embracing the journey is learning to be present. It's easy to get caught up in the future, always thinking about what's next, what we need to do, or where we want to go. But in doing so, we miss out on the beauty of the present moment. The journey is happening right now. It is unfolding with every breath, every step, and every choice we make. Being present in the moment allows us to appreciate the process, to enjoy the small victories, and to learn from each experience. When we focus too much on the destination, we fail to recognize the growth and transformation that is taking place along the way. The journey is where we live it, is where we experience life in its fullness. Moreover, embracing the journey means letting go of the need for perfection. We often hold ourselves to impossibly high standards, believing that we must have it all figured out, that we must be flawless in everything we do. But perfection is not the goal. The goal is progress. The journey is not about being perfect, it's about showing up, taking action, and learning as we go. Perfectionism can hold us back, keeping us stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and fear of failure. But when we let go of the need to be perfect and simply embrace the journey, we allow ourselves to grow, to make mistakes, and to learn from them. Failure is not something to be feared, it is an essential part of the journey. It is through our mistakes that we gain wisdom and insight. When we embrace the journey, we give ourselves permission to fail, to stumble, and to rise again with newfound strength and determination. Another key aspect of embracing the journey is cultivating patience. In our fast-paced world, we often want things to happen quickly. We want instant results, immediate success, and quick fixes. But true success and fulfillment don't come overnight. They come from consistent effort, dedication, and the willingness to stay the course, even when the results aren't immediate. Patience is a virtue that can only be developed through the journey itself. It's about trusting the process, even when it feels slow or uncertain. It's about knowing that every step you take, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your goals. Patience allows you to stay focused on the present moment and to appreciate the incremental progress that is being made. It reminds you that success is not a sprint, it is a marathon, and the journey is just as important as the destination. As we embrace the journey, it's essential to understand that the process of growth is not always comfortable. Growth often comes with discomfort, with uncertainty, and with challenges that stretch us beyond what we thought was possible. But it is through this discomfort that we expand our horizons and uncover new possibilities for ourselves. When we resist discomfort, we resist growth. Embracing the journey means embracing the discomfort that comes with change and progress. It means stepping outside of our comfort zones and facing the unknown with courage and determination. Each time we push ourselves beyond our limits, we expand what we thought was possible and move closer to becoming the person we are meant to be. Life is constantly changing, and so are we. The journey is not static, it's dynamic, fluid, and ever-evolving. Embracing the journey means accepting the impermanence of life. It means understanding that nothing stays the same forever, and that's okay. Change is a natural part of the journey, and it is often through change that we discover new opportunities, new passions, and new ways of living. When we resist change, we resist the flow of life, but when we embrace it, we open ourselves up to new experiences and possibilities. The journey is not a fixed destination, it is an ongoing process of transformation. Embracing the journey means embracing the ebb and flow of life and trusting that every change, every shift, and every new phase is an essential part of our growth. In addition to embracing change, we must also embrace the idea that we are not in control of everything. We often try to control every aspect of our lives, from our careers to our relationships to our health. But life has a way of surprising us with the unexpected. Sometimes things will not go according to plan. Sometimes we will face situations that are beyond our control, and that's okay. Embracing the journey means surrendering the need to control everything and trusting that life has a way of guiding us where we need to go. It means learning to adapt, to flow with the circumstances, and to trust that everything is unfolding as it should. When we release the need for control, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety, and we allow the journey to unfold with ease and grace. Ultimately, embracing the journey is about trusting ourselves in the process of life. It's about believing that every step we take, every decision we make, and every experience we have is part of a larger plan. We may not always understand why things happen the way they do, but when we trust the journey, we trust that everything is happening for our highest good. We trust that the challenges we face are preparing us for something greater, that the setbacks are setting the stage for a comeback, and that the lessons we learn along the way are shaping us into the person we are meant to become. As you move through your journey, remember that the process of life is just as important as the destination. Embrace each moment, each step, and each experience. You know that the obstacles you face are opportunities for growth, the challenges are chances to build strength, and the triumphs are celebrations of your resilience and perseverance. Embrace the journey with an open heart, a willing spirit, and a belief that everything you need to succeed is already within you. The journey is not just about where you're going, it's about who you're becoming along the way.